A temporary hut was erected under the pretext of constructing a Dhamma school building, and a Buddha statue was installed allegedly to create tensions in recent days. This is the land in question. In reality, this land has housed the Dutch Bay Coffee Restaurant since 2023, operated by L.T. Pereira, who is a relative of Deepani Liyanage, the United National Party's Trincomalee electorate organizer. It is claimed that the restaurant operates with the approval of the Sri Sambuddhatwa Jayanti Bodhiraja Viharadayaka Sabha on the basis that 1/4 of its income is contributed to the temple. This controversy began when the Coastal Conservation Department issued a 7-day deadline to remove the restaurant. A group from Colombo intervened, involving the chief monk of the Bodhiraja Vihara, and announced plans to build a Dhamma school before the deadline expired. During this period, a Buddha statue was installed, escalating the tensions.
What is happening now?
Today, several parties from Colombo expressed their views to the media. Meanwhile, the Dutch Bay Coffee Restaurant, located slightly away from the disputed site, has been closed.
What happens next?
A document has been presented confirming that in 2014, under the signature of Mahinda Rajapaksa, this land was granted to the Sri Sambuddhatwa Jayanti Bodhiraja Vihara as a donation. According to a survey issued on the 15th September 2008, under the signature of then Land Commissioner V. Murugadas, the land measuring 40 per chess was state-owned at the time. The survey report clearly states, under the other remarks, that no construction is permitted on this site. Although the land was donated to the temple as a sacred site, the Coastal Conservation Department retains authority under the 100-meter coastal buffer zone regulation introduced after the tsunami. Under the Coastal Conservation and Coastal Resources Management Act No. 57 of 1981, the Coastal Conservation Authority has full jurisdiction to intervene. The first intervention regarding the construction of the Dutch Bay Coffee Restaurant occurred in 2023. Records show that on the 10th July 2023, the Coastal Conservation Authority granted permission to erect a temporary structure for 1 year from the 13th July 2023 to the 13th July 2024. Subject to strict conditions. The permitted construction area was limited to 127 square feet, along with 12 additional regulations. The decision to remove the restaurant was based on allegations that these conditions were violated. In 2016, during the Yahapalana government, approval was granted to build a protective fence around the land, provided it did not obstruct coastal access routes or fishing activities. Violating this condition also contributed to the decision to dismantle the structure. Against this backdrop, the Coastal Conservation Authority ordered the removal of the restaurant as an unauthorized construction. Following this, the chief incumbent and the Dayaka Sabha appealed to the Secretary of the Ministry of Environment, Kamal Rohitha Uduwavala, who rejected the request. This rejection was formally communicated in a letter dated 16th October. The 7-day deadline to remove the Dutch Bay Coffee Restaurant was issued on this basis. Meanwhile, Indu Pereira, a relative of L.T. Pereira, who operates the Dutch Bay Coffee Restaurant, posted a controversial Facebook statement. We report this after verifying its authenticity with Indu Pereira. Excerpt from the post.
This incident in Trincomalee that stirs up racism. I feel this more deeply than anyone else in this country. The reason is that this disgraceful act was initiated by my elder brother, his wife, daughter and son-in-law, who started a restaurant on the beach years ago. My brother is truly a venomous opportunist, someone who once worked on the Pearl cruise ship and smuggled prohibited items to Jaffna to sell to the LTTE, earning money, and gave information to the military to kill JVP members. His wife is foolish, arrogant and willing to do anything for personal gain. She even contested for the local council from the UNP and got 12 votes. The unauthorized construction was done during her period of influence. Now, when the authorities enforce the law, they use religion, robes and politics to stir up racism. As someone who knows this incident A to Z, I appeal to the people of this country. Please do not support rebuilding racism in this small nation.
End of excerpt.